Alright, so today I'm going to be doing this short, well hopefully it's a short review on this flux wire welder. It's the new and improved version from Harbor Freight. During the video, if I say MIG welder or reference this welder as a MIG welder, I do mean flux core wire welder. So this new and improved version that I could tell has a knurled drive roll, a copper tip, solid copper tip, which is threaded, a thicker ground cable. The clamp is not copper like the older ones. It is, I guess I could say like a tin or zinc, or looks like tin to me, but it's not high quality. I would suggest upgrading it at a later time. Other than the color and the other stuff that I mentioned, it's pretty much the same. They do say it is a DCEN, which is DC electronegative. I can tell a little bit that there is a difference when it comes to welding, so it might be DC. The older ones were AC. This is going right now at Harbor Freight, probably about $119. Last time I checked, it was for $89. During the holidays, you can get a better deal. The cart is homemade. It's not anything you can buy at Harbor Freight, so this is actually made with the older style of flux wire welder. There I am trying to call it a MIG welder again. Anyways, my welder is that Miller right there, 140 with auto set. So this one here is going to be a gift for my brother. I have replaced this. Well, I replaced his old one with this one. His old one wasn't working as good anymore, so I took it in on the replacement warranty. They upgraded me to this one, so if you do have a replacement warranty, or you do have the older type and it's still under its manufacturer warranty, you can always upgrade to this newer model. That's if something's wrong with your older welder. Anyways, I'm going to be doing some beads now before I start babbling too much. Alright, so here's the bead after it's been all cleaned up and cooled down. And we get a couple of close-ups here. Also, keep in mind this is the wire that is included with the machine. So if you're not getting these types of results, you might want to check your outlet. Make sure you're getting 20 amps. If you're trying it on a 15 amp circuit, it's not going to do a real good weld. So make sure that you do have a 20 amp plug. If you don't, you might want to upgrade and upgrade your breaker as well. Also, your wire settings and your heat settings. This was done on max with a wire setting at number 8. So it's max settings, but it wasn't fully maxed out. I could have gone higher with the wire speed. If you're getting really crappy welds, you might want to clean your material. It is flux core. Keep in mind you ain't gonna get MIG shielding gas type welds with this welder. So I mean, this is decent. It will do the job. It will hold. But if you want something nicer, you're gonna have to spend a whole lot more money and get a name brand machine, something like a Miller or a Hobart or even a Lincoln. I am actually a fan of all the Lincolns, Hobarts, and Millers. This welder's a gift for my brother, so he's a fairly new welder, and this will work pretty good. It's for beginners anyways, and someone who doesn't have that much money, this welder will do the job. I will do some close-ups of the penetration now. Actually, that is the second bead right there. Let me do that one first. So this is a second bead. I did go slower on it. I did get less spatter out of this. Now I'm going to do some close-ups of the penetration. As you can tell, it did penetrate. It did not go through, but it did get penetration, so it's on there. It's on there pretty good. Also want to show the clamp. This is the newer design. This clamp is not copper like the older one. And also the tip is copper, full copper. Again, if you aren't getting these types of results when you open up your welder and plug it in for the first time and start welding, then you might want to practice. If you have checked everything else and everything else checks out, I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to welding skills. So if you're a beginner welder, you will not get these types of clean looking beads. Practice does make perfect, but again, I want to remind the new people to welding, beginners, that this machine will not weld for you. It is a welder, but it will not do the welding for you. So with some skills, you can get some beads like this. This isn't a perfect bead. I mean, trust me, it's not a perfect bead, and I'm not going to get a perfect bead out of this welder. It is a flux core wire welder. I want to show you something real quick. It's not like the old welders where you can't put the ground clamp and the MIG gun on the table because they will short out. They'll start sparking. But on this one, it's supposed to be what they call a hot tip welder. It's supposed to always be hot. But for some reason, I don't know if the instructions are just that poor, or I don't know. But this is an improvement. But I'm going to show you real quick something cool. There's no sparks there. Now if I press the trigger, I'll get a spark. So it is like the I think the newer welders, like the Hobarts and the Millers, the old welder, if you did this, it would just short out. So I want to thank you guys for checking out this video, and if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that down below in the comment section. Again, thank you for watching.